Any more accidents? Case closed.
The next Swift Justice case starts right now.
Nick Stein says he's got a falling out with a business partner, and as a result, the partner fires him from his property manager job, has him evicted from his residence, and has his 19-foot Galaxy ski boat towed from the property. And he's suing for $1,500 to cover boat storage costs and other fees. Now, for the defense, Brian Terry says the boat was parked illegally and he had it towed because Nick refused to move it. He says he fired him as property manager and evicted him because he did not pay rent for 3 full months, and he is countersuing for $4,775. Gentlemen, do you agree to be bound by my ruling today, sir?
Yes.
Sir?
Yes.
All right. Nick, you have the burden of proof. Tell me what happened.
I'm a Navy diver, and when I got out of the Navy, I started cleaning the bottoms of boats for a living. And in the process, I used power tools to clean the bottoms of boats. And so I moved in with Brian because my dive business was having problems. And then while I was living there, I was doing the dishes, doing Mr. Terry's dishes, actually. And the bottoms of the pan was really black. Just like the propellers on the boat get really, really nasty. I just wanted a little scrubber for the dishes. And this would be the stainless steel scrubber to get the black from off the bottom of the pan. And that's what I came up with. We invented this product. I went to China, spent several months in China making this happen. Mr. Terry refinanced the house to create the money to make this happen. And I've been working on it ever since. In addition to this,
I love it. Now, tell me about the money.
Okay, the boat was towed. I had to pay towing fees. Now the boat's being stored, and I had to pay. I'm paying storage fees. What?
It doesn't look like that now, at all.
Yeah,
Did you have it parked illegally?
It looks a lot like that. No, it was parked on the property. It was It was not on public property.
Let's hear your side.
Very simple. Boat parked illegally. It violated the City of Coronado codes. It was initially parked in front of the house. Mr. Stein then moved it to a driveway. You're not allowed to block one of the required driveways. There's only one driveway on this particular house. And
who was living there?
Mr. Stein was resident at the house. He was acting as property manager. There were 3 other tenants who he should have been collecting rent from. And in my counterclaim, I'm going to assert that he actually was taking the rent and keeping it for himself instead of passing it on to me. So I'm the homeowner,
by parking in
and I'm
the
responsible.
driveway, he was, what, could the other tenants not get in the home?
Well, it's irrelevant. The point is,
I
I'm
asked you a
the
question,
homeowner.
please answer. Could the other tenants get into the home?
They can get into the home, but that's not the point. The point is,
It's my
there's
point.
a civil code that you can't block a driveway.
Sir,
that's the
my
issue.
point. I'm asking about, did him parking in the driveway obscure or obstruct other people from getting into the home that could rightfully go in there?
No.
Coming up, did the defendant steal his ex-business partner's money? Our expert forensic accountant, Lori Dyke, examines the paper trail. Nancy's decision is binding, and it's next.
D-Network introduces 5 Under 50. That's right. $4166. Call now.
Do you have a financial dispute with members of your family? Submit your case to Swift Justice with Nancy Grace at swiftjustice.com.
Let me talk to Lori Dyke, please, forensic accountant.
Hi, Nancy.
Hello, Lori Dyke. It's always a pleasure to see you.
And you too. Always happy to be here.
What did you find?
Again, both parties have made claims, one for the boat and the other for the rent that was collected. Almost no documentation provided. The only piece of paper I had that shows a number on it that's related to the boat being towed is the $227 towage fee. So it's all verbal testimony.
What are you saying?
I submitted a letter from one of the current tenants, and he's stated there that he paid rent in the amount of $575 per month for the 3 months in question, and the
Other
total.
than his letter, do we have anything like receipts from the tenants?
No, it was all cash.
What else did
I
you
know,
say?
but even with cash, you get receipts.
I kept track of everything. Mr. Terry stole the computers. I kept track of
That's
everything.
not relevant.
So, out of all of this, you're finding about $200 of boat tow fees?
Correct.
Nothing about the rent?
Correct.
Well, that's not strictly true. There's a clear letter.
A letter?
there. Yes,
From who?
a tenant that said
Where are
he paid
they?
money. And also the fact is...
How
the
do I know
tenant-
you didn't write the letter?
Well, I didn't write it.
You got to
Property
prove it
manager.
to me. Right, giving me some letter that I don't even know who wrote it saying,
Well-
I gave him rent. Boom. What does that say to me? That lady right there could have written that letter for all I know.
Mm-hmm.
I
But she
have
didn't.
no proof.
A current tenant did.
You have failed in your burden. Your case is granted. He owes you $1,500. The case is closed.
Is Janet coming to the concert